the finalists who made the cut, and I'm sure they must have put in a lot of work and a lot of effort to have their name make the final cut.
11 of them.
11 of them, incredible.
And to get to this stage, it's a lot of work.
Yes.
It's a lot of work.
So we appreciate them as we read out the names. We'll start off in no particular order. Ayodele Adeniran of the Guardian newspaper.
He's a finalist.
He's a finalist, yeah.
And then we have beloved John, who is a freelance journalist with ICIR. I think that should be the International Center for Investigative Reporting, if I'm correct.
You're correct.
So, beloved John, congratulations. Getting to this stage, not easy.
Yes. And we also congratulate Chukwuemeka Emenike of the New Telegraph newspaper for making the cut. Congratulations.
And then we have Folashade Ogunride. Well, she used to be a staff of TV 360, and it's actually her work with TV 360 that got her to this stage. So we're rooting for her.
Kemi Busari of Premium Times newspaper is also one of the finalists. Is Kemi here? Premium Times is always featuring in one award circle or the other.
And that is quite understandable. Premium Times is, literally speaking now, an investigative reporting platform. So it's dedicated to
this.
Investigative reporting. And they've won these awards several times, not just these awards.
Wow.
They've won awards outside of this country as well. So it's not a surprise that Premium Times has been a constant feature now on this award. So also another finalist, Lami Sadiq of Daily Trust. Congratulations, Lami.
Congratulations to you. Marcos Fatumole of the International Center for Investigative Reporting is also a finalist this year. Are you here, Marcos? Okay, congratulations.
We also have Omola Bake Fashogbon of This Day newspaper. She here. Your hands together for her, please.
Sharon Ijeson of TVC News is also a finalist. Where's Sharon? Congratulations to you.
And last but not least, Victor Asowata of the Wole newspaper. Stay here.
Yeah.
So let's quickly recognize the judges as well. Of course, we'll start with Professor Abigail Ogwezendisika. Introduced her before.
We've also introduced Professor Omaru Pate is one of the judges.
And we have Mr. Dayo Ayeton. Your hands together for them, please, as we call their names.
Are we tired of clapping? The day is just starting. Thank you very much. We have Ms. Stella Iyaji as one of the judges also.
And we have Mr. Akintunde Akinleye.
Ms. Stella Dean Jacob.
And Mr. Mike Asukwo.
All right. And we also would recognize past Wole Soyinka laureates and finalists. You're welcome.
Yes, and we also welcome editors, representatives of the media, founders, non-governmental organizations, public sector representatives, students, and friends of the house. I know there are quite a number of students here. They've been with us since yesterday, and I'm happy that some of them are still here, and they're going to get some kind of inspiration tonight from the winners.
Indeed, indeed. I mean, it's definitely one that you aspire to in future. Like you mentioned, is our own Grammy, our own Oscar, our own Pulitzer Award to a certain extent.
Yeah. I mean, you can say that again.
All right, then. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let's call on Professor Rokpo Shokeni, the board chair of the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism, for the opening remark. Please appreciate him as he comes.
Professor Rokpo Shekuni, don't forget, he's the board chair of the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism. You're welcome, Prof.
Welcome, sir.
Thanks very much, Deji. I'm surprised that our indefatigable Mutunrayo has forgotten to tell you that I am an outgoing chairman. Outgoing. Thank you. Well, it's a pleasure and privilege for me to welcome you on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism to the 18th Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Report. Our other members within and outside the country are Idowu Obasa, G.T. Ogunye, Muyiwa Adekeye, and Dapo Olorunyobi. We welcome the representative of the founder of this year's award program and a traditional supporter of WSIJ, the Netherlands Embassy in Nigeria. The Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting has been an annual event since October 2005, and since 2006 or thereabout, the Center has held the event on December 9, World Anti-Corruption Day, and on the eve of Human Rights Day, 2 consecutive days in the year that traditionally acknowledge best practices, investigative reporting, and accountability journalism dedicated to the nourishing of good democratic governance, especially in a multinational federation like Nigeria and most of Africa. At 18, the award has achieved the age of majority, and if it were a human being, it would be voting. And with this, I will not use my welcoming remarks to talk about many other programs carried out by the WSIJ this year, as many, if not most, of such programs have become a staple diet of the Center for about 2 decades already. It is remarkable that after 18 years of today's festival of pro-democracy efforts by the media, the Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting and the WSIJ itself are as virile as ever, and media men and women are also as enthusiastic as ever to stay committed to devoting resources and attention to the nurturing of democratic governance in our country. WSIJ, which is the agency for sponsoring the award investigative reporting, is pleased to welcome all of you present in this room this evening for your commitment to the promotion and protection of democratic governance in our country. I welcome members of the Board of Judges, as well as all of us who have been part of the past 2 days of a needed reinvigoration of the mission of the media in the building of democratic governance in our country, Africa, and beyond. Apart from today's awards to hard-working investigative journalists, we will honor a remarkable scholar, a tireless journalism educator, as well as a decades-long member of the Board of the Judges of the Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting, Professor Lai Osho, who left us prematurely early this year in the midst of doing what he knew how to do well, indefatigably preparing the younger generation for meeting the challenges of sustaining democratic governance in the country through dedicated service to the cause of accountability journalism. Before I take my seat, it is important to appeal to fellow Nigerians across class, faith, and nationality about the need to remain steadfast in sustaining the democracy attained in the country at great sacrifice in 1999. Our culturally diverse country needs democracy more than most people can imagine. Democracy requires that political leaders and followers show respect and tolerance of different perspectives and values, without which electoral democracy may not achieve its most important goal: open and accountable governance capable of providing the common good to all citizens and enabling citizens to reap the advantages, or in popular Nigerian parlance, the dividends of the country's democracy and diversity. Again, I commend the finalists and the honorary award recipients of today for the great work they have done. Once again, on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Center for Investigative Journalism, I welcome you all to this event. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much, Prof. Sir. You mentioned that you are outgoing, that it wasn't mentioned, but we're not in a hurry to let you go. That's why we appreciate your good work. Please, let's appreciate Prof.
Well, Prof has been the chair of the board for a very long time, and I can understand why Prof wants to take a rest. I can really understand that. We also want to recognize the presence here of another member of the board. Unfortunately, we omitted the name. Muyiwa Adekeye is a member of the Wole Soyinka board now, the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Reporting, Journalism, sorry. And then we also want to recognize the presence of the managing editor of Premium Times newspaper. That's the managing director, sorry, of Premium Times newspaper, but I should know that anyway. Majid. So, Majid, thank you very much for coming. Next, we want to call on Mr. Wouter Plump, who is the ambassador of the Kingdom of the Netherlands to Nigeria, to deliver a goodwill message. He is represented by Ms. Jessica Odudu, who is a senior advisor on political affairs, human rights, and communication, embassy to the Kingdom of Netherlands in Nigeria. Your hands together for her, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the press. My name is Jessica Odudu, and I stand here on behalf of Ambassador Wouter Plump, who unfortunately could not attend, but has sent me in his stead to wish everyone, send the goodwill messages from the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Dear esteemed guests, participants, and distinguished colleagues, please allow me to stand on existing protocol. I extend warm greetings on behalf of the Embassy of the Kingdom of the Netherlands in Nigeria. It is with great pride and enthusiasm that I stand here on behalf of my ambassador today to celebrate the 18th anniversary of the Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting. Since its inception in October 2005, this award has been a beacon of encouragement, fostering the growth of investigative journalism in the Nigerian media. Tireless efforts of the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism have resulted in recognizing 116 finalists, with 59 distinguished individuals attaining the esteemed title of Soyinka Laureate, alongside 20 commendable works. Additionally, 13 Investigative Journalists of the Year and 28 honorary awards recipients have been rightfully honored. Before I proceed any further, I would like to invite each and every one of you to join me in a resounding applause for our exceptional nominees and honorary awardees. Their dedication and hard work in the noble craft of journalism, which serves as the heartbeat of any thriving democracy, are truly commendable. Regardless of the outcomes, it is evident that each nominee is without a doubt a winner in its own right. Let their commitment inspire us all as we continue to champion the cause of investigative reporting and press freedom. This year, we are especially proud to join forces with the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism in a new partnership, leveraging the power of the media to fortify the civic space and tackle misinformation. Under this collaboration, we aim to celebrate and support courageous journalists whose reporting holds the powerful accountable, tampering the excesses of those in authority during a time when press freedom faces unprecedented challenges. As we stand united in this noble cause, let us reflect on the vision that propels this initiative to contribute to the emergence of a Nigerian community defined by the principles of inclusion, transparency, and accountability through the impactful mechanism of investigative journalism. May the stories unveiled by these dedicated journalists serve as a testament to the unwavering commitment to truth, justice, and the betterment of society. Together, let us inspire a future where the power of the media continues to shape a more just and informed world. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, let's appreciate her one more time. We now call on the chair of the 2023 Judges Board for the judge's comments. Please, let's welcome Professor Abigail Ogwezi Indisika.
Good evening, Your Excellencies, donors, partners, media owners, managers, professionals, students, and honorees. May I stand on the established protocol to present this speech. They've listed us who were the panel of judges, so I'm just a messenger. They nominated me and said I should represent them. And so what I'm going to present is a function of our collective thoughts and summary of what we did. So I have the mandates of the Judges Committee for the 18th WSCIJ award to explain to our esteemed guests how the award nominees and winners emerged. Essentially, I will present what we did, how we did it, our observations and recommendations. I'll start by informing us that on Thursday, October 5 this year, 7 of us, not in any particular order, Professor Umar Pate. Professor Umar Pate is my boss. He's the Vice Chancellor of Federal University of Kashere in Gombe State. Professor Pate, please. He's a great boss. So you see that I'm his handiwork and the handiwork of Professor Osho. So, Mrs. Osho, I'm sure that you can see the work your husband has done, and Deji and Wachuku, they've also shown that Professor Osho and Pate, they've done a good job. That's why they're all award winners, because we produce this. Next on the list is Stella Iyayi. Yes, she's the managing editor, Daily Trust. We also have Stella Dean Jacob, director of news, TVC. We have Mr. Dayo Ayeton is the executive director, ICR, that's International Center for Investigative Reporting. I pause here to make a little comment about Dayo. Dayo, being a member of our team, has shown great commitment to this job, and it's shown ethics. Of course, you saw on the list of finalists that someone from ICR is a nominee, or two of them. Dayo never scored anybody from ICIR. He recused himself. He didn't score anybody from ICIR. And I also want to place on record that when we were looking at the finalists, I saw him arguing in favor of somebody from another media house, so please give him a round of applause. I'm just telling you this to let you know that it was a very credible process that we went through. There were no biases around it at all. We also had on the team Akintunde Akinleye. He's a doctoral student of Carleton University. Akinleye came in with a lot of experiences in photography. He was Reuters photo journalist, and he's taught photojournalism, different tertiary institutions. We also, part of the team is Mike Asukwo, is a cartoonist, Business Day. So all the different aspects, areas of specialization, they were all covered. And my humble self, Abigail Ogwezindisika, I'm a professor of mass communication at the University of Lagos and also the director of IC Unilag. So we received this invitation from WSCIJ to serve on this committee on October 5 this year. And this is the 18th Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting. We all had to accept because we saw it as a call to duty, and it was our duty to serve our country in this capacity. So we were mandated to assess and score entries received from various categories. That's print, radio, television, photo, online, and editorial cartoon. This we did individually and independently, using a set of criteria that centered on uncovering corruption, human rights abuse, crime, and clandestine activities, and best practices in investigative journalism. It was followed by a coalition meeting held on Wednesday, November 22nd this year. Now, this year, WSCIJ received a total of 209 entries. So there were quite a lot. So there was a first level screening to weed out entries that are not investigative by the award screening committee. So we received, the judges I just mentioned, we received 99 entries, and the breakdown is as follows. Print, 29, online, 45, television, 7, radio, 2, photo, 8, editorial cartoon, 8. So after a rigorous selection, we presented the list of the nominees to WSCIJ. So from 2009 stories received or entries received, only 99 passed the first level entries. This shows that most of the entries were not investigative stories, rather just an in-depth research. So for today's awardees, their stories showed depth of research, and by that, we looked at the use of primary and secondary sources of data, provision of evidence and documentation, because you can say you did something and we did not see the evidence, we did not see documentation. So that's actually, those were part of it. And they also demonstrated journalistic skill through quality reporting and delivery. So when we looked at their presentation, how they did the presentation and writing to see if truly they were compelling and they will be impactful. So for the photo and editorial cartoon entries, we looked at the fact that if they were newsworthy and that they demonstrated a technical skill in the use of visuals to artfully and creatively tell impactful stories. So looking at some of the processes the journalists went through to tell their stories, the judges committee for this year submit that in the face of threat and resistance by state and non-state actors, who were the protagonists of most of the stories, because they try to uncover what they are doing rightly or wrongly, but many of them wrongly, because we looked at issues around governance. Nigerian journalists have shown passion, they've shown resilience and creativity, even the use of innovation and technology to uncover the truth, because when they refuse, then they actually use open source intelligence to get data. And so light was actually shown on issues of public interest, and most of the stories threw light on clandestine activities, public or corporate corruption, human rights violation, and or failure of regulatory agencies. And when they begin to screen the awards and read the briefs, it will demonstrate some of this. So the stories dealt with human interest issues that affected Nigerians the most, and if not addressed, we curtail, if we actually address them, we curtail aggravated exposure to poverty, the multi-dimensional poverty that we saw recently released in some reports, things around hunger, lack of access to education, poor access to quality healthcare, human rights abuses, inequalities between female and male persons, and other issues that kept our nation having motion without movement. Therefore, the journalists who made the list for the awards have, in the course of their duties, shown passion, uncommon innovation and profundity, ethical journalistic courage, individual creativity, and public benefit in their reports and entries. As such, we salute their uncommon courage and irreproachability, because some of them will have given in and say, we're not going to. I'm sure we saw the session by Deji yesterday and Juliana when their lives were even under threat. So also, WSCIJ, through this award, we screened some of the entries, are drawing the attention of duty bearers on the need for the country to remain focused in pursuing good governance and deepening democracy. As such, we are appealing to our journalists who have chosen the use of the instrumentality of journalism to pursue good governance to remain focused, undeterred, and resilient in the face of the threatened and sinking civic space. The truth is that you cannot be silenced. We are also using this award to tell our journalists that we are not unmindful of the challenges they face in the line of duty, particularly the attempt by state actors to hush their voices and prevent them from bringing to the fore issues confronting our nation's development and citizens' views, disenchantment, discontent, and the state of the nation, not discounting bringing state actors to account on poor governance and human rights abuses. So continue to cruise in the discharge of your responsibilities as contained in Section 22 of the Nigerian Constitution. The press, radio, and TV, and other agencies of the mass media shall at all times hold government accountable. I move on quickly to look at our observations and recommendations based on what we did this year. Generally, most of the entries were quite strong because they drew attention to major national issues. Most of those stories were real indictments on so many national and subnational levels of governance and issues confronting us. I list some of them as clandestine activities, public or corporate corruption, that's the rot in the public and private sectors and the three levels of government, human rights violation, failure of regulatory agencies, and generally, they were actually pointing us, the stories, to issues around accountability, governance, media independence, not discounting inclusivity. They also drew attention to minorities, women, children, youth, people with disabilities, and those in the hard-to-reach areas. So we're happy that the journalists who that are also scrutinizing the rot at the subnational level of government, and this is in line with the Collaborative Media Project, which is a collaborative media engagement for development, inclusivity, and accountability project. It's a multi-level intervention for media independence and government accountability. Furthermore, some of the investigative stories threw up issues using evidence to provide solutions, and I've listed some of those issues. But I'd like to add things around access to education, poor lack of access or poor access to education, poor access to quality health care, and other inequalities. So therefore, if the political will is there, these reports, especially those that we're celebrating today, can lead to shake-up within some government ministries, departments, and agencies, and the government will weed out bad eggs manning those sectors, particularly health and education, and other accountability agencies like ICPC, EFCC, and PACAC, and also may lead to policy revision and formulation. At this juncture, some stories deserve special mention, and the authors also deserve commendation for their professionalism. We take off with the print category, what we saw there. We saw a story that drew attention, or the attention of the three arms of government, to commercialization of kidneys, human kidneys, and the conspiracy that goes on between organ harvesting syndicates and health facilities, even within the Federal Capital Territory, the seat of government. Another pointed us to regulatory complicity behind building collapse. And so by the time they screen them, you will know what some of them did. The online category also had a stream of quality investigative reports, and the competition was the stiffest here. We had a lot. On top of this, there was a top story on herbal medicine. That herbal medicine claims cure for diseases. But the findings, on the contrary, actually show that it doesn't cure anything. Rather, it kills. Rather, it kills. Another showed us academic fraud, where people leave the shores of our country and they come back with degrees, particularly PhDs. And because we believe in credentialism, and they found out that some of those degrees were obtained from institutions that were not registered or regulated in those foreign lands, and they bring them, we hail them, that they are foreign degrees. So we have to also inform us that people who write for this, perhaps because they have access to space, their stories are usually very long, and we have to read them. So if they can try to paraphrase and reduce verbosity, so they should think about the attention span of the readers in delivery. So we suggest they try to mine data and paraphrase for conciseness and precision. In course of this conference, we've talked about precision. And they should also interpret them without losing accuracy, logic, and completeness. For the radio category, this year we did not see anyone, so we are not flighting any winner, because generally the radio stories submitted were more a feature than investigative reports. And the one that inched towards commendation was an investigation done between 2018 and 2020. We are ethical people, and so we found that it was not within the time frame for this award, so it was not selected. Television also presented remarkable stories. Some showed sad realities such as human trafficking, and looked at justice system in the country, murder of women, exposed lapses within Nigerian justice system, looked at issues around delayed justice. It also exposed what people who are seeking for justice go through. The photo category, while some of them are newsworthy and creative, they were not investigative, though they reminded us about some of the things we have been through as citizens of this country, particularly under the last administration. Similarly, a cartoon spotlighted how the old order grabbed power from the youth and the failure of regulatory agencies to check their excesses as politicians. They were quite humorous and they're newsworthy. And so some of them will be projected to us today. We conclude as a team that these stories, particularly those that were not awarded, really talked about important issues and they are warning signals for action in the country. In order not to be caught napping and to avoid a situation where things will get to the tipping point, government should pay attention to issues raised by all the winning entries or the nominees in this particular award, because they expose ticking time bombs and things that are happening to citizens that need to be corrected. They also point the attention of duty bearers to them so that right holders could enjoy their rights as citizens of this country. Instead of just talking about dividends of democracy, we want to seal them in reality. And so government should turn their searchlight by investigating and correcting some of those issues. Again, the fourth estate of the realm is part and parcel of the realm. So you are the country's herald man. Don't get tired. Keep watching. You have a duty to watch over the other realms and should continue to uphold your responsibility of holding government to account. Please, we implore you to actually remain resilient in the use of the pen as an instrument for social change. I proceed to conclude, and I've been mandated by the committee to show appreciation to WSCIJ for using journalism as a tool for social change. I think WSCIJ deserves a round of applause because they gather us here to show us issues that are confronting the nation, which the duty bearers tried to cover, but through investigative journalism, they've been uncovered. And for us, from this side of the divide, the Judges Committee, we want to thank WSCIJ for giving us the opportunity to be of service to our country in this capacity. I thank you for listening, and please enjoy the rest of the evening.
Please, let's appreciate Professor Abigail Ogwezi. Thank you very much, ma'am, for the great work you and, Mr. President, we greet you, sir, and the entire team of judges did. Please, let's appreciate them one more time. You understand what it means to get over 200 entries and to thoroughly scrutinize them all, and then, this one is feature, this one is not investigative, and reducing it down to 99. It must have taken a lot of work and commitment to do that, so thank you very much. Talking about investigative reports, a caller on my radio show said, Nigeria does not have investigative journalists. They only have armchair journalists. I took it personal that day. I felt it was a personal attack. But nights like this is a reminder that we indeed do have investigative journalists who are doing so well home and abroad. So it's a good night to appreciate those who made the cut and those who put the effort to finding them again. So just to let our hair down and relax from the talks, which have been great, would welcome an amazing cultural group to come serenade us for the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Black Bones Theatre. A land of blessing, a land of progress, a land of beauty. That is Nigeria. Of blessings, of blessings, of progress, of progress. Our beauty, our beauty. Hey! 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 Oh, yeah, Gabedu, yeah, Gabedu. Oh, yeah, Gabedu. Oh, yeah, Gabedu. Hey! Hey! Oh, oh, oh. Hey! 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 I am Yagele. I am Yagele. Why? Zobenaya, 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 Tayayo Zobenaya, Ibiyo Zobenaya, Ayayalia, Ayayo, Ayayalia, 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 KKK, 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 KKK. Say yo, move it. Say yo, move it. Oh, 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 oh. Aye, 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 aye. Okebelegu, Okebelegu, Okebelegu. Ìjọlẹ̀ kálẹ̀ bọ̀yà, ire. Ẹnà. Ẹnàlẹ́bà too far to ẹnàlẹ́bà o. Ẹnàlẹ́bà too far to ẹnàlẹ́bà o. Anaraba o, ibà mi sọ̀rọ̀, ibà mi gbà mí o.
Nigeria, good people, great nation.
They came with a bit of energy. It takes, I don't know, how much do you have to eat to dance like that?
And do you know why we had that before the next stage? The reason why we had that before the next stage, because we're now moving on to the stage when, as a nominee myself in the past, this is the stage when you have to hold your heart. Just hold it. So, to the nominees here, this is the stage when you have to hold your heart, because we're talking about an award where the winner goes home with so much. In fact, I think this is about the richest award in the country. Honestly, it is.
Applaud that.
It is. Because the winner does not only get a cash prize, the laptop, there are several things involved. And I don't know if Wole Soyinka still does it. I mean, the center still does it now. I know that in the past, winners even get to travel abroad. Oh, you still have it. So you can imagine.
Whoa.
So winners get to travel abroad. They are sponsored on a trip, a training trip. I know that. I know that because I benefited from it as well. So I can imagine how the nominees will be feeling now. And that's the stage we're moving into. We have two sets of award, or two types of awards, if you like. We're going to have the Merit Award. That's for the 10 or 11 nominees that we have. And then we're going to have an honorary award. And we're starting with the Merit Award. Even my heart is beating
I
for
know,
you.
right? On your behalf.
Honestly,
Our hearts are pounding.
pounding seriously. I don't know how to explain this. May the best person win.
Yes, so. And talking about what comes their way, the winners, that is, for the commended work, the Merit Award category. You did mention the trip abroad,
Yes.
2 terabyte high drive cash prize to go with it also.
And what is the cash prize? For a commended work. Not winner, not runner, but not winner, sorry. Commended work. How much?
100,000 naira.
And
It's-
for the runner-ups will get a certificate of commendation. There's a smartphone. I want to believe that must be iPhone 15. No, trust this center.
Putting Wole Soyinka Center
Pro
on the
Max,
spot.
iPhone 15 Pro Max. And then there's 200,000 naira that comes with it. And then for the winner,
The winner gets an award plaque, a certificate, a Core i7 12th generation 16 gigabyte DDR4 Windows 11 laptop, and 300,000 naira.
and then one more.
International trip. Come on, applaud that.
So imagine having your imagine being funded, sent to CNN for a 3-month internship, or probably sent to New York Times for a 3-month internship. This is something you can never get elsewhere.
Indeed.
Never. This is the best you can have in this country at the moment. Maybe something better will come, but for now, it is the best. And it's the reason why this award is very competitive. It is very competitive. Everybody here is a winner, I mean the nominees, but you win here tonight. Well, so let's start.
All right. There is no sound for special effect, but we'll try and fuse it.
I can even feel the heartbeat of the audience here.
Like
I
dun
can-
dun dun.
I can feel it. So we start with the online category. We start with the online category. And, well, let's call out the nominees. We want the nominees to come out, and then we'll take their citation. After their citation, we'll go on to announce the winners, and we'll then call on those who will present the award. Yes. So,
All right. Starting off with
who was the honor?
the
Oh.
online category. We'll call those who made the cut the finalists. And when they stand here, we'll read their citation. And I know you'll be judging and say, who will win this category? But you will never know until we mention the winner. So starting off, we have Kemi Busari for online category.
Is Kemi here? Kemi Busari. Okay, I understand she's not here.
She's not here.
She'll be joining us online, or she has a representative here.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, okay, he's a guy. Oh, Kemi. Oh, pardon me, please. Okay. So you're representing Kemi Busari, I guess. Okay, and that's Kemi Busari.
Oh, Kemi
But
Busari.
then it's good. So just stand here for him. Kemi, you have a representative here, but it's good to have you there. And the next?
We have beloved John.
Beloved.
A guy? Oh. You're welcome, beloved John.
Beloved.
And we have Marcus Fatumole. So for the online category, we have the three of them. Let's run through their citation quickly.
Yes, exactly. So you want to start with that of Marcos?
Okay, Marcus Fatumole, published by the International Center for Investigative Reporting on the 31st of January 2023, the story, How North Korea Runs Illegal Hospital Patronized by the High and Mighty in Abuja. He exposed the North Korean Jong-sung Kim, who ran a private health facility patronized by senior government officials, some from the presidency. And the facility is known as Lilu Specialist Hospital. It failed to meet all legal requirements, including registration here in the federal capital where it operates, having a bank account, paying taxes, notwithstanding the former Attorney General of the Federation, Michael Andoka, was among the clients. In recognition of the courageous investigative journalism showcased in his story, Marcus is commended today in the online category of the 2023 Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Reporting.
Okay, just hold on. So I'll take that of beloved John. The story, London Graduate School, the degree meal, selling fake honorary doctorate to Africans, by beloved John, and published by the International Center for Investigative Reporting on the 4th of September 2023, probes the activities of a London-based institution awarding honorary doctorate degrees to Africans for a fee. Using the open source intelligence and other investigative tools, John found that the London Graduate School and its partner, Commonwealth University, are unrecognized institutions selling fake honorary degrees to people, including political office holders in Africa, and I know Nigerians will be among them. Now, these degrees, Nigerian politicians, these degrees are marketed as prestigious and sought-after qualifications, but lack the necessary academic rigor and legitimacy associated with genuine degrees. Now, for uncovering how academic fraud is sold to citizens of countries that believe in credentialism and acquisition of degrees for ego, beloved John is recognized in the online category of the 2023 Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting.
And Kemi Busari, who is joining us virtually. For 5 months in 2023, Kemi Busari, editor of Dubawa by Premium Times, investigated Baba Aisha Herbal Medicine, a low-end herbal product that sells for just 100 naira. And it's altered to cure common diseases, including malaria, typhoid, ulcer, rheumatism. If you're broke, this 100 naira medicine can cure it. It's not here. His investigative story, Baba Aisha, Nigerian fake doctor, cashing out on deadly concoction that kills nothing, was published on Premium Times on the 10th of June, 2023. Used in-depth laboratory tests to examine the production process of the concoction, the actual content, the safety level, the regulatory framework that allows this herbal concoction to thrive, and turned in alarming findings. The concoction does not cure malaria or any disease at all, as it claimed. And it does cause cancer-causing substance. It does have it, tetrazine yellow, 3 times the approved rate, and it does damage vital organs. All of this is unraveled, and that's why it made the cut for the online category.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you have the 3 nominees here. So we're going to announce We'll start from the commended work, and then we'll go on to the runner-up. For the commended work, ladies and gentlemen, the winner for commended work is Marcos Fatumole. Your hands together.
And
Wait, let's call who will present the
we'll
awards.
call on Professor Ngozi Okpara, Associate Professor, Pan Atlantic University, to help us make the presentation.
So she's going to present to the three. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
so Marcos Fatumole
Professor, you're welcome.
for commended work. What is the prize again?
You get a certificate of commendation, a 2 terabyte hard drive, and 100,000 naira. Please appreciate Marcus.
So, Prof, still wait. We're going to call.
No,
Okay.
returns to a seat.
Okay.
Thank you, Professor.
Say, go on.
Yes.
So, we have 2 nominees. Who will the winner be? Oh my God. Let's find out.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
For the runner-up.
For the runner-up, for an amazing story done uncovering how, can you guess, academic fraud is sold to citizens of countries that believe in credentialism and acquisition of degree for ego. Beloved John is hereby recognized as the runner-up in the online category. And then we'll call on Mr. Taiwo Obe, founder and director of Journalism Clinic, to make the presentation. Is Mr. Taiwo Obe here? Yes, please let's appreciate him as he comes. Beloved John will get a certificate of commendation, a smartphone, and a cash prize of 200,000 naira. Sir, yeah. Turn it so that we can see, yeah.
And of course, the winner does not. Kemi Busari is the winner. And let me say this. Kemi Busari was a runner-up in the online category in 2017 and 2018. And now he's going on to win the award. Congratulations to Kemi Busari. We'll call on Mr. Taiwo Obe again to please come forward to present. Sorry, Mr.
Sorry about that.
Sorry,
Please
yeah.
come back. And as he walks back here, let's remind you of what the winner gets: an award plaque, certificate, a Core i7 12th generation, 16 gigabyte DDR4 Windows 11 laptop, and a cash prize of 300,000 naira, plus an international trip. Did you catch the international trip part? Yes, we sure did. Congratulations to the winner one more time.
So, okay.
And the real winner is the one who joined us online. Congratulations to Kemi Busari. He's smiling.
All right, so Kemi Busari is going to join us online. Kemi, congratulations. You didn't win in 2007. You didn't win in 2008, but you're winning now. We'll give you just a minute or two to tell us how you feel about this.
Yeah, thank you very much. First of all, to say I'm not a
Can we get it
Methuselah.
ready, please?
It's not 2007 and 8. It's 2017 and 18.
All
Yeah.
right. Kemi,
I'm very
begin.
excited about this award. I would like to first of all say that the journey of my investigative journalism career is closely tied to the Wole Soyinka Award. I remember the first time I attended this award was in about 9 years ago at Moson Center in Lagos. My boss then, Mayowa Adiniro, sent me to cover the event, and I remember speaking to a lot of journalists who attended. I was so motivated by the kind of stories they did, and I also wanted to do something similar. So when I got back to the office the following Monday, I told my colleagues that, see, next year I'm going to carry Wole Soyinka's head. And they were like, what do you mean you carry Wole Soyinka's head? I mean, the award, the way, the shape of the award. So I tried to explain to them that I would like to do some consequential stories, which I wish could be worthy of the award in the year. So 2016 came, I didn't even get a nomination. 2017, I got a nomination, didn't win the award. 2018, the same thing. Yeah, but about 9 years after today, here we are. I finally carry the head. Or what would I call it? Yeah. So yeah, it's a very interesting journey, if you ask me. And I want to thank the Wole Soyinka Center for creating this platform, for allowing journalists to thrive, and for allowing people like us to dream, and of course, try to help the society in every bit that we could. Also, I would like to say a very big thank you to my team at Dubawa and Premium Times. This is a very big work, and I couldn't have pulled it off without the support I received from everyone in the team. And finally, I want to say thank you to every beautiful faces I've been seeing on the video here. I'm always excited when journalists are celebrated, whether I'm part of that or not. And so at this point, I will also say thank you to everyone for coming out to grace this award today. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much. That was Kemi Busari, the winner of the online category of the Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting. So we move on to the next category, but sadly for this category, there is no nomination.
Ouch.
Not because there were no entries, but just because the entries did not meet the standard. And it ties into what we've been talking about here since morning, or since yesterday, about the gradual death of investigative reporting. I can't forget, what's his name now? Adebayo Solomon. Adebayo Solomon won this award 3 times, even the overall award. So he had to be stopped. Maybe you people should think about that and, you know, bring us back. But unfortunately,
What category is that?
I mean, radio.
I'm in denial. I can't believe it because it's my constituency. And given the fact that I felt a personal attack when a caller said referred to me as an armchair journalist. I will not be resting my arm on any chair until radio gets an award in the near future. So we have to make it happen in the next one. No resting of arms.
Well, maybe part of the reasons could be because you guys on radio love the term on-air personality. Maybe that could, we have too many on-air personality these days than we have journalists. I don't know, maybe that could be the problem.
It has to change.
It has to change.
Yes, indeed.
Well, at least for television, we have nominees. In the past, it was difficult getting nominees for the television category. But this year, we have 2 nominees. And who are the nominees?
Yes, we have Folashade Ogunrinde as a nominee.
And Sharon Ijason. Could they come out, please? They take Shade's. Your hands for them, please.
I appreciate them. It's a lot of work. All right. While they're standing here and we're gazing at how incredible they are, Folashade Ogunrinde worked on the story, hashtag Justice for Bamishe, how lawyers' absence, slack laws, court apathy, dampen families' hope for justice. And she was a former journalist with TV 360, and this report aired on the 31st of July, 2023. The investigative report looks at Nigeria's justice system using the gruesome murder of 3 young Nigerian women, Bamishe, Deborah, and Wole, between 2020 and 2022, which perhaps forms some of the country's biggest profile of sexual and gender-based violence. The report exposed the lapses in Nigeria's justice system that promotes delayed justice, and this report has set agenda for civil society groups to push for a review of the Administration of Criminal Justice of Lagos State 2015 for more accountability in the judicial service. Her amazing report and finding is the reason why she made the cut as a finalist for the TV category tonight.
And then Sharon Ijason, inspired by a letter from a worried brother whose sister was trafficked from Lagos to Libya from Kano by land, Sharon Ijason did a 2-part investigative story titled Human Trafficking, Sad Realities of Trafficked Nigerians in Libya, West Africa. The story aired on the 19th of February and 22nd of May, 2023 on TVC News. The story exposed the route many traffickers ply, brought to the fore that traffickers collaborate with transporters to perpetuate the crime, revealed the trafficker of a survivor, uncovered the sex camp where Nigerian girls are forced to sell their bodies. As a result of this story, a survivor from the sex camp has resumed school. She's been sponsored by an individual who watched the broadcast. The government of Nigeria also promised to evacuate girls trafficked to Ghana, but till date, the girls are still trapped in Banda Quanta. The Immigration Service and NAPTIP have intensified efforts to stop the traffickers from trafficking persons through the Kano-Jigawa borders, and many arrests have been made. So Sharon is a 3-time finalist of the award, and of course, she's here today. Very soon, we're going to find out if she will be, should I say, not third time lucky now, but if she will break the jinx this time.
This time around.
Yes.
All right.
So we'll start with the commended work.
Let's call on who's going to present the award.
Yes.
To just drive down the tension a bit.
That's for the commended work, right?
Yes.
Okay, that will be who now?
We'll call on Professor Abigail Ogwezi Ndisika, Chairperson 2023, Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism, George Board, to make the presentation. She will be making a presentation. Please, let's welcome her.
Okay. So, Sharon, I really don't envy you. You've been here 3 times.
Wow.
And I can imagine how you're feeling right now. Sade, I believe this is your first time on this stage. Or your second time on the stage. Good. But you know, at least Sharon has been here 3 times. Have you? So for the commended work, the winner for the commended work is who?
Okay, you have to come the 3rd time. So the winner for the commended work is for Lashade Ogunrinde for uncovering the rot in the judiciary, which ought to be the last hope of the common man. She's hereby commended in the TV category of the 2023 Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting.
Congratulations, Shadi. Prof, we'll still want you to stay back. Can leave, Shadi. They say if you fall, always try to rise. So when you fall, you rise. Sharon fell 3 times. She rose 3 times. And today, she is the winner of the television category of the Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting.
Congratulations to you, Sharon.
Just one person. Yes, sir. Pass.
Sharon, you can make a quick speech. Sharon, nothing to say to us?
So Sharon, you're here today. Congratulations. Not easy. It's been a long journey for you. Tell us how you feel winning this award today.
Good evening, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be here. First, I'm short of words, but I will try to say 1 or 2 things because I try not to put it in my mind whether I'm going to win or lose. But as a journalist, you should be able to say 1 or 2 things. First, to the glory of God, to He who was, who is, and who is to come. I appreciate Him for everything He's done for me because it's not easy trying to tell investigative stories. I went to Kano, Jigawa, Abuja, Ghana, Banakwanta, which is quite a distance, just alone, because I don't want to put another person at risk. I would like to thank my husband. Prince Ijason is in this hall, and I'm sure he's hiding somewhere. He's bending his head for his tolerance and patience. I do appreciate him because as a married woman, it's not easy to combine it with investigative journalism, but it gives me all the support I need. There was a time I got cash-strapped during the trip in Ghana, and did a very good job. I really do appreciate him for that moral and financial support. To my employer, TVC News, I say thank you. To the Director of News, Mrs. Stella Dean Jacob, thank you very much for your leadership. I do appreciate. My immediate boss is here in this hall, Mr. Suku James. Thank you for being at this event. Thank you for allowing me, because this story took about 2 years plus, and at times I will go blank, and I just don't want to do any news reports. And I will just say, just leave me, just leave me. It's coming, it's coming. As soon as it comes, just let me be. At times I move without even informing him, but he knows that every minute spent is worth it. To the organizers of the program, thank you very much for this platform. The way Uncle Deji is saying, 3-time winner, 3-time winner, Don't make me graduate so soon. To the godfathers of journalism, this is for you. Thank you so much. I do appreciate. Thank you so much.
Congratulations one more time. And thanks to the husband for giving all the support. Behind every great woman, there is a man, Abby. Oh, that's not how we say it anymore. All right, moving on to the next category.
Yes, and for the next category, that's the photography category. Unfortunately, there is no winner, but we have someone wants something anyway. Commended work. And for the commended work, we want to invite Ayodele Adeniro to please come forward.
Ayodele Adeniro, a front-page photo story, Naira Swap, published on the 8th of February 2023 in The Guardian. A photojournalist with the newspaper captured the difficult experience of Nigerians to get the new Naira note at the peak of the currency swap crisis during the former administration. The image tells the story of long wait for cash by some Lagos residents by an ATM machine. And is a multiple award winner, just so you know. He was commended in 2017 and 2019 in this category of the award, and is hereby commended in the photo category of the 2023 Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting for using the camera to report the pain, excruciating one at that Nigeria went through during the Naira swap. Congratulations. We hereby call on Mr. Idris Akimbajo, Managing Editor, Premium Times, and also one-time winner, overall winner actually, of the Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting. He'll be making the presentation. All right. For commended work, photo category.
All right, thank you. Congrats. Thank you. All right, so what's the next? Editorial cartoon category.
Yes.
And for the editorial cartoon category, we have two nominees. And the first nominee is Chukwuemeka MNEK. Please come forward. Your hands together for him, please. Chukwuemeka MNEK.
We also have Victor Asowata in the editorial cartoon category. Chukwuemeka Emenike published on the 22nd of December 2022 the cartoon Failure of Regulatory Agencies. He's a senior cartoonist in the New Telegraph. He exposed the failure of government regulatory agencies in carrying out their responsibility, especially in acting a check on the excesses of politicians, public officers, and institutions. And in his cartoon, he depicts a politician breaking the law with impunity while an Economic and Financial Crimes Commission operative views shadows from a distance. Specifically, the cartoon zoomed in on how a politician was having a bag of naira and the electorate queued to exchange their PVCs for cash. But instead of the EFCC official focusing on stopping the corrupt practice, he was using the magnifying lens to chase shadows while the politician was confidently telling the electorate, fear him not. He captured that in a cartoon.
All right. For Victor Asowata, he is the cartoon editor, the Wole newspaper. His cartoon Power Grabbers 2023, published on the 15th of April 2023, illustrates how the old order grabbed power from the youth, with INEC holding the youth not to chase the politician that grabbed their mandate with gun in his hands, which shows the desperation of the old order to grab power. It also showed politicians who grabbed the mandate of these young people, now telling the young people, I have snatched power, you go to court. The cartoon reminisces some of the alleged cases reported during the 2023 elections, where politicians deployed arms, money, and thugs to subvert the will of the people. Till present, some of the cases are still in court. So Victor has been recognized today for his wonderful work, and of course he won in the same category now in 2021 and 2022. So he's won this award before. So Victor, if you don't get it this time around, it won't be a bad thing, would it?
Victor is not smiling. He always wants to win.
Don't worry, you'll win. You'll win. And so we have
To help present for
yes.
this category, please let's welcome Ms. Jessica Odudu, Senior Advisor on Political Affairs, Human Rights and Communication, Netherlands Embassy in Nigeria, who is representing the ambassador. So who would win this category? Will it be Chukwuemeka's Fear Him Not or Victor's I Have Snatched Power, you go to court?
Now, unfortunately, for this category, there's no winner. But there is a winner of, yes, somebody won, somebody's work has been commended. So he won in that, well, he's won.
They're
anyway.
all winners.
Yeah, so it's a commended work. So the person who won in the commended work, of course, we're going to announce that. But let's first call up the runner-up. And the runner-up, of course, okay, commended work, sorry. We're going to call for commended work first. So for the commended work is Chukwuemeka Emenike. Chukwuemeka Emenike, whose cartoon is Failure of Regulatory Agencies.
He drew attention to the injustice in the justice system, and the 2023 Judges Board again honors Chukwuemeka Emenike, three-time finalist in the category of this award. Congratulations to you, Chukwuemeka.
Yes, run out. Yeah, that's true. So
And the runner-up is Victor. Oh, we're still taking pictures.
yes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. So the runner-up, of course, Victor Asowata. Victor, you made it in 2021 and 2022. Unfortunately, you've not won today. You are just a runner-up. I believe in 2024, you're going to get it. And I know you're a Christian. Say amen to that. Good. So congratulations. Print. Oh, two. That's all. That's even the last.
Congratulations and thanks to Ms. Jessica Odudu.
All right, we move on to the print category now. The print category is usually a very competitive category. Very, very competitive category. But we have just two nominees, and that's a surprise. It means, well, those in the print will have to step up.
Indeed.
We should have more than two nominees.
Indeed.
So we have just two nominees. The first nominee is Omola Bake Fashogbon. Omola Bake Fashogbon.
And Lami Sadiq, also in the print category. Omalabake Fashogbon undertook a compelling investigation into the incessant building collapse in Lagos State, Nigeria. Her two-part report, Inside Story of Lagos Building Collapse, where regulators mortgaged lives for as low as 50,000 naira, in this day newspaper, uncovered regulatory complicity behind building collapse in Lagos and how the authorities shielded major culprits from punishment that would have deterred infractions and prevented future tragedies. It derailed impunity and the immunity enjoyed by culprits of building collapse, including some erring regulatory officials and property owners. Following the report, Lagos State government issued a statement across media houses admitting corruption and vowed to investigate compromising official. And she made a category today, the print category, that is, for this award.
And for Lami Sadiq, how Abuja Syndicate, that's her story, how Abuja Syndicate lured minor for kidney harvest, published in the Daily Trust newspaper, brought to the fore how professionals thrive in unprofessionalism. It exposed the commercialization of kidneys and the conspiracy that goes on between organ harvesting syndicates and health facilities in Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory. The story uncovered how a member of staff of a top Abuja-based private hospital lured and connived with a minor to obtain a court affidavit which declared him above 18 years and eligible to donate a kidney without his parents' consent, and exposed the hospital's lack of due diligence in counseling donors on the implication of kidney donation. Her story also points out a policy gap in Nigeria's National Health Act 2014 and calls for the establishment of a regulatory agency for organ harvesting and transplantation. For exposing immunity in the health sector, Lami is being recognized, of course, as a nominee in the print category. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we have two nominees before us. Among these nominees, of course, we'll start with the commended work.
Yes.
And for the commended work is...
Well, let's call on Mr. Yusuf Ali, Premium Times. He'll be making the presentation for this category. Oh, the Nation
yes.
newspaper. Sorry about that.
That man is synonymous. Synonymous.
I appreciate changing my job.
No, not at all. We still want you there for now. Thank you very much, sir. So, Mr. Yusuf Ali will be making the presentation for this category. And for commended work, we say a big congratulations to Omalabake Fashogbon in this print category of the 2023 Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting. She was runner-up for this category in 2021. Her work this year is being commended.
So, Mr. Ali, we'll still need you to stay back. So, I know Lami will just be, she'll be like, am I a winner? Am I a runner-up? Am I a winner? Am I a runner-up? I know that's what will be going through your mind, huh? You're a winner. She's the winner of that category.
Congratulations to Lami Sadiq for exposing impunity in the health sector. She was recognized as a winner in the print category of the 2023 Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting.
What's the prize again?
Well, Lami gets an award plaque, certificate, a Core i7 12th generation 16 gigabyte DDR4 Windows 11 laptop, 300,000 naira, and international trip. Congratulations, Lami.
So we're going to read this before we go. Remember. Let Lami get. Fairly long one. Let's just take it the way we've done it. Huh? Mark them out. Okay, you've marked your portions. All right, Lami, I believe this might be your first time. Your first time and you're winning it. It's not easy. Congratulations. It's a huge feat. Tell us how you feel.
Thank you so very much. First of all, I want to say thank you to the Wole Soyinka Center for creating this platform that recognizes good work. Thank you so much. I share this award with my mentor and my editor and a father figure who, from the very beginning, nudged me to look into this area. And I also want to use this opportunity to tell you that please stay with us tomorrow in Daily Trust and Trust TV as we bring you in-depth story into organ harvesting in Abuja. Went undercover to open up a lot of things that are happening in Abuja. Also, I want to say thank you so much to the management of Media Trust Group for the encouragement, for believing in us. My boss is here, Malan Nazir. Thank you so much for all that you do, for your encouragement. I'm grateful. And the women in my life, especially doing this work, Juliana, you're there. Thank you so much for all that you do for us. Amina Al-Hassan, Stella Yaji, thank you so much. My team, I have a great team, young journalists who will tomorrow be the great investigative journalists. I know sometimes I shout at them, but then thank you for the patience with me. I am indebted to my family for the sacrifice they make so that sometimes I disappear. My husband is, I don't know how to describe him, but thank you so much. I don't take it for granted. They make a lot of sacrifice so that we do the work that we love to do. Thank you so much for everybody. My mentors here, Mr. Dyer is here. Thank you so much, Mr. Dapo. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm grateful.
Congratulations one more time to Lami Sadiq.
Congratulations, Lami. Not easy to get here for the first time, your first entry, and you win the award. Congratulations. In fact, you deserve another award for that feat. Don't worry, I think we'll tell the Wole Soyinka guys to come up with an award for that. Well, the next stage we should be moving on to should be the overall prize. That is the Investigative Journalist of the Year. Now, usually the way it is done is that among the winners, the overall winner is usually selected. But unfortunately this year, we don't have an overall winner because, you know, the standards are set higher for the overall award, and you know, the marks are higher. Unfortunately, none of the winners got to that stage. Not because they've not done good works. No, not at all. They've done wonderful works. The winners here deserve to win, but just because, I mean...
The bar is really high.
No, I mean, well, there's 100%, there's 99.9%. So this guy's got to 99.9%. Just that small, just that half. So it's just an encouragement for them to work harder, to do better reports, better than what they have done now. And I believe next year we're going to have an overall
Who
winner.
knows? Next year it just might be radio. You're not on this year, but next year you get the overall.
And you know the good thing,
It
radio
just
has
might be.
actually won the overall prize here before.
Thank you very much for
TV
stating
has
that.
won it. Print has won it. We've had it. the editorial cartoon online.
Online, okay.
But just this year, unfortunately, no winner for the overall prize. And the overall prize is something else. But no problem, not a problem at all. Congratulations to all the winners. And we'll now move on to the posts. Oh, sorry. That's the honorary award. And for the honorary award, we'll want to take the citation.
Well, to state what it's about, the Anti-Corruption Human Rights Defender Award and the Wole Soyinka Lifetime Award for Journalistic Excellence. For the first time since this award ceremony began, the Anti-Corruption Human Rights Defender Award and the Wole Soyinka Lifetime Award for Journalistic Excellence will be presented to the same individual this year. The Anti-Corruption and Human Rights Defenders Award was instituted in 2009 by the Center in collaboration with some civil society organization in honor of a Nigerian individual or organization deemed to be outstanding of character and who has a public record stand against corruption. The award has been previously given to Malam Nuhu Ribado in 2009, posthumously to Chief Gani Fawemi in 2010, Justice Kayode Esho in 2011, Alhaji Balarabe Musa in 2012, Dr. Chidi Odikalu in 2013, Socio-Economic Right and Accountability Project SERAP in 2014, Professor Atahiru Jega got this in 2015, Public-Private Development Center, PPDC, got it in 2016, Dr. Obiageli Ezekwesili in 2017, Waziri Adio in 2018. The Human Rights Specialty of the Anti-Corruption Defender Award was introduced in 2019 by the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism and awarded to an individual organization consistent in the defense of human rights and freedom of the oppressed. The first Human Rights Specialty of the Anti-Corruption Defender Award was presented to Amnesty International Nigeria.
And of course, in 2020, the first WSCIJ Human Rights Defender Award was presented to Mr. Femi Falana, a senior advocate of Nigeria, human rights activist, and constitutional lawyer for his noble or notable work in the defense of human rights and for being the voice of the voiceless and the realization of human rights in Nigeria. In 2021, Clean Foundation was presented with the award in recognition of its dedication to police reform and human rights defense in Nigeria and the great contribution of its founder, late Innocent Chukwuma. In 2022, the Human Rights Defender Award was presented to Dr. Abiola Akiode Afolabi. Now, the Wole Soyinka Lifetime Achievement Award for Journalistic Excellence was introduced in 2007 to honor those who have done or are doing great exploits in the media profession as an inspiration for the present and the future.
And just to let you know that it was given to Alhaji Babatunde Jose Joseph. Is that the name?
Yes, Joseph.
Forgive me for that. I was thinking there was a Spanish-Nigerian thing going on. In 2007, Malam Adamu Chiroma in 2008, Dr. Christopher Kolade in 2009, Dr. Doyin Abiola in 2010, Mr. Lanre Idowu in 2011, Mr. Benson Idonije in 2012, Ms. Ama Organ 2013, Mr. Ademola Oshinube in 2014, Mrs. Bimbo Oloyede in 2015, Mr. Kabiru Yusuf in 2016, and Mr. Edetan Ojo in 2017, Mr. John Momo 2018, Mr. Sumi Smart Cool in 2019, Lade Bonuola in 2020, Mr. Josie Ajiboye, a veteran cartoonist and painter in 2021, Ms. Stella Dean Jacob, news director at TVC News in 2020. Now, this award embodies Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism dedication to upholding the value of transparency and accountability, echoing the timeless words of Wole Soyinka himself, as we recognize and applaud the impactful work of journalists who strive to make a difference in our world.
And so this evening marks a poignant moment, as it is the first time in the history of our esteemed event that one individual is posthumously recognized with both of these distinguished accolades. This year, both the Anti-Corruption and Human Rights Defender Award and the Wole Soyinka Lifetime Achievement Award for Journalistic Excellence will be presented posthumously now to Professor Lai Osho. And to receive the award for the late Professor Lai Osho is the widow who's here, Mrs. Abimbola Osho. Would please ask her to come forward as we read the citation. Who's the presenter? All right, so I'll take the citation now. Professor Muraina Olaiwola Osho, the distinguished professor of communications and scholar who died on Saturday, the 24th of June, 2023, exhibited unwavering commitment and tireless efforts in advancing the cause of human rights. With a remarkable career spanning 4 decades, he actively contributed to the promotion and protection of human rights in Nigeria. As a scholar, he delved into the intricacies of media, governance, and development, leveraging his academic expertise to address issues related to democracy, social justice, and the role of the media in fostering human rights awareness. He insisted that the media should be the voice for the voiceless. Beyond academia, Professor Osho was involved in public service in several national committees, influencing policy decisions that safeguarded human rights. In recognition of his extensive involvement in research, publications, and collaborative efforts to address issues that amplify the voice of the vulnerable and defends the right of the mass of the people, the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism hereby honors Professor Lai Osho with the posthumous 2023 Human Rights Defender Award. I hereby call on Mr. Lanre Arogudade and Mrs. Comfort Idika Ogunye to please come forward to present this illustrious award. Daughter. Okay. Okay, there's another one. Okay. Okay. You want us to read it?
Professor.
No need. As a same person.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Let her make her speech. Yes. Okay, yeah. Okay, the daughter, please.
Thank you very much. Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism. I finally was able to put faces to the names I've always heard. There's always Auntie Turayo on the phone. Professor Pate, always been a true
true friend who has become a father. Us. We are so grateful to this very great organization. And one thing I would say is, I think Layosho built his future, invested in young people, gave his all. So I think it's a joyous moment, and I'm glad he died empty and seeing people he has raised, people he has mentored, doing great things. This gives us joy. It's a source of consolation to us. We are greatly honored, deeply honored, thankful that we have fathers, we have mothers, we have uncles and aunties that we can look up to. Unfortunately, none of his students studied mass communication. So we have, the only problem he left us with are his books. So we don't know what to do with them, but gradually we'll know how to distribute them. Thank you so much. Honored, we are grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, it's difficult to describe Professor Layosho. I had the privilege of working with him as part of the judging panel of the Wole Soyinka Investigative Awards. I think maybe the last award or the one before the last. He was a tireless man. Was a tireless man, honestly. And a wonderful man to work with. And then his humility. Wow. May God continue to rest his soul.
Amen.
So I think we have some announcements to take.
Yes, I want to take quick pictures. We'll make it as fast as possible. All the representative of the honorary award recipients, the finalists, board members, judges, presenters, and others, please just come forward.
Yeah, just before they come forward, let's just listen to Oturayo Alaka, who is the executive director of the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism. I think it's going to be like a vote of thanks, huh?
All right.
Oturayo.
Good evening, everyone. It's finally the second day and the last activity for the day. And just to thank you all, especially those of us that have been with us from yesterday when we started the conference. We appreciate the gathering because it is an intentional gathering. It's a gathering to line up behind what is important to us as a society, to line up behind ensuring that our country works, that society, like I love to say, works for the most vulnerable in the society. And that journalism helps to make that happen because we believe that journalism has done it and can do it and can continue to do it. We salute all the finalists for tonight's award. Never mind that there is no overall winner. We always say at the WSCIJ that the award is not a souvenir. We don't just share it around. It is, we hold ourselves up to the same ethics that we hold you up to. And so we are not able to just give it because we want to look good. And you know, it's always an amazing time in our award time when we are giving the award. So to miss it is not, we don't even like missing that part because it's like the climax of the award. But all the same, it is a statement to the fact that we do need to do more. We do not, as journalists, you might have personal political inclinations or affiliations, but when you're doing your work, we have to hold every government, every person in authority accountable. We need to ask the right questions. We need to scrutinize. We need to demand answers. We need to continue to be curious. Civil society needs to rise up to its task of, you know, amplifying the work of journalists, of using the details that we have to engage our leaders, not just political leaders, but leaders in the private sector, leaders in all kinds of orders, leaders in families, where, rape and the rest are happening. We need to hold every power dynamic to account. It is the work that we do. And we are glad to be able to celebrate you, journalists, for this great work. Let me thank our partners, the Netherlands Embassy. The Netherlands Embassy has supported our work since 2007. I'm pausing for you to clap. It's a lot of consistency on their part. They do not just support this award, they support our Report to Women program. And this night actually is the launch of our relaunch of our Civic Space Guard, which we are going to be implementing in collaboration with the Center for Journalism Center for Journalism, Innovation and Development. You guys should just have stayed at Spring PTCIG, eh? So we're going to be doing the program together. We're saying on our part that investigative reporters are guards of the civic space, and that civic space needs to be protected, and that journalists have what it takes to protect that space. And so we're going to have conversations between journalists and security personnel. We're going to be doing fact-checking work in collaboration with CJID. We're going to be doing a lot of gatherings for leaders of the newsroom to help us to guard our civic space and to make that space better for us. I thank our board chair, Professor Rocco Shekoni, who has served us for many, many years. Can we please give Professor Rocco Shekoni a round of applause? Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so, so much. And we thank Mrs. Banker Shekoni, who is almost always at every award event and always with us at all our lecture programs. Thank you. We're waiting for you to stand up. She does not always like being recognized, but we must recognize her. Prof said he's outgoing. We finally do have to admit that he has tried. He has worked so hard, and we thank you for the service, sir. We thank you for the service. Mr. Dakoloyomi, who gave the keynote address, that's CEO. Thank you so much. He was bullied to take the keynote address. He behaved himself and did just as he was asked to do. But jokes apart, this man embodies what journalism should be. And there are very, very few journalists who have done great work in the nation who would not mention his name as somebody who has influenced their work and who has helped them make them better. So we thank you so much for being an example. We know it is a difficult thing to do, and we thank you. We thank all our judges, Professor Omar Pate, Professor Abigail Indisika Ogwezi, all the other judges that are not here, Mr. Dayo. I have to pause to pronounce his name because there's Mr. Dayo Ayeton, because sometimes I say Ayeton and you'll say Ayotiton, no. So, Mr. Dayo Ayeton and others who are not able to make it here, we thank you. We want to appreciate, some of our partners are in the room, the media and journalism partners, we thank you so much. But I want to particularly appreciate the MDIF and NAMIP. Bilial, thank you for coming all the way from South Africa to be here. And he brought with him Kobus Lawrence, who is a co-founder of Food for Manzi, South Africa. Thank you, Kobus, too. He was earlier in the room. We particularly, I must thank my team, the Wole Soyinka Center. We don't come to Abuja often because it is a land of ready money and a lot of things are more expensive, everything is harder. But we are glad this is the second time the award is coming to Abuja in its 18 years, and we are glad to be here, and we thank you for being great hosts to us. So thank you so much, Abuja. We think we'll come more often after now. Thank you so much. I must thank my team. They've had sleepless nights for weeks. So please give a round of applause to my team. Yakubu Afuye, Opakwan, MMSN, Afolabi Oni, Samson Ademola, Prosper Christian. My team members, they work so hard to make things happen. And if you work with me, you know that you have to work that hard. So again, we want to say thank you all for coming, all of our speakers, we thank you. We hope that you get back to your own places safely. And we're asking you as media, Yes, we know we must do investigative stories, but there are also a lot of great stories about Nigerians doing great things. Can we join hands to tell more stories of Nigerians that are doing great things? Because there are also stories, Nigerians that are making a difference where our country is working. Can we tell more stories of those things that lift up hope of the country? My children don't watch the news, they say it's depressing. And that's when they start watching, they feel sad, they feel very, very unhappy, they feel like everything is going to go bad. So we also have a responsibility to tell the stories of great people who are doing great things. In the conflict areas, there are people who have taken up families and they are feeding them. These are stories that we can also sell. So we thank you so much. Have a beautiful night. God bless you all. And we appreciate your support. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's appreciate her one more time. The director, CEO of the center, incredible work they're doing there. Now, I did mention the photo session, and it's going to go in this particular order. All award recipients, can you please just hurriedly come forward? We'll take pictures. All the award recipients. You can come with your plaque and your check and every other thing you got. And once we're done with them, quickly we'll have the honorary recipients come for their picture. Representative. Award recipients, can you please hurry up? If you can't find your stuff, just come and we'll take the picture so that we'll move things along. We'll also take pictures of the judges alone. So we'll be warming up. Please just come forward here so that, come up. So this is how winners work. You just take your time. I would learn from you guys. All right. Are we done? We have a lot of pictures to take. All right, thank you very much, but don't go too far because we'll still call some of you back. The honorary recipients. Mrs. Osho, this is where you come. For the daughter. Professor Lyle Shaw, please come join as they take the picture. Okay. Mr. Dapo Lorunyomi, please come join them also. Professor Shekoni, please come join them also. Please, let's wait for the prof. He's coming up. judges, please come forward for a photograph. Professor, all the judges, please come forward for a quick photograph. Professor Abigail, Professor Pate, please, we need all the judges to come forward. Mr. Dayo, Ayeton. Because you take pictures with more of the winners. Please. All right, the investigative reporter of the year, please come forward and quickly take a picture with the judges. Professor Pate, Professor Shekoni, please wait behind. Investigative reporter of the year, come forward quickly and take a picture with them. Merit Award winners, please come forward and take a picture with them. Merit Award winners and runner-up, please come forward and take pictures with them. Hello? Winners, please come forward and take pictures. Everybody who won an award, please come forward quickly and take pictures with them. Can we hurry up, please? Commended work, first runner-up, the winners, come forward and take pictures with the judges. Well, this is where we draw the curtain. It's been an eventful 2023 award, and we look forward to the 2024. Congratulations to all the winners and the organizers. There's refreshment. Don't be in a hurry to leave. Wole Soyinka provided, Center for Investigative Journalism has provided refreshment, so please go out and grab something. Thank you for being amazing and being here tonight. Enjoy your evening.